Hello, my lovelies. Here we go. Right. Let's see what this session brings. Now, I know that the other sessions have been pretty quiet, so I'm just going to be sat here quietly writing, but I am watching the chat. So I am aware if anybody pays for a reading. It's just that there's no point me just sat staring at the screen for hours on end. I tell you what, the sun hasn't been out all day. And now I'm stuck here and can't get out to close the blind. The bloody sun's come out, causing havoc. Never mind. Never mind. Hello, Lisa. How are you? Right. Okay. Sorry, I didn't realise you paid for a read. I did say I was watching it, but then I got carried away writing. What's your question, my lovely, and which pile do you want? You have to excuse the sun. It's been chipping it down all day. And the minute I sit down and can't get to close the blinds, the sun decides to come out. Is this your original SP? Okay. Okay. Right here. Which pile do you want, my lovely? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? 5 is to here. I might bring these a little bit closer. Closer. Three. Oh, 4. Okay. Hello, Addison, my lovely. Okay, so in his feelings, he is feeling more settled. Okay, he's definitely noticing the changes. And also, I don't know how you still feel about me, but in my heart, I know we belong together on this one. There is a little message here from Spirit as well to you, is remember that you are going by blind faith, and it's all about what you're believing in. Okay, so they haven't taught you the law, you know, even pointing you in other people's direction on other channels for you to not follow it. Okay, remember, you're not trying to manifest him. You're not manifesting anything. Creation's already done. There's already a timeline where the two of you are married. All you're doing is assuming, accepting that as your desired reality, and you are choosing your thoughts moment to moment every time you think about it that you're happily married. Okay, it's already done. You're not creating anything or manifesting anything, if you like. They're just words that we use for on YouTube. Okay, well, and other people. It's coming from you. He is only thinking and feeling what you say he's thinking and feeling. Okay, so because you're more settled, he's more settled in his feelings here. Okay, so let's look at thoughts. Yeah, and again, you see, Spirit won't move you away from this because you know the law. Okay, so they're reminding you again, you know, he's thinking whatever you say he's thinking. He's feeling whatever you say he's feeling. Okay, so they're saying keep working on this. The work is done within you. The 3D is just the copy of what's within you. Okay, not reacting to the 3D. Not the 3D is just the illusion, remember. Okay, so again, they're saying, well, in his thoughts, he's thinking, feeling whatever you are. In his thoughts, it's whatever you say he's thinking. He thinks I'm, you know, amazing, that no one compares to me, that I'm the love of his life. He's thinking about asking me to marry him. Okay, so a Spirit is really saying it's all about him. He will speak his truths of whatever you say he's thinking about. So they're reminding you to have that strength, courage and confidence because you're the one causing your own waiting. Okay, remember, nothing is next week, the week after. The future is now, the past is now. So right now, every time you think about him, right now, Martin and I are happily married. Okay, I love that I'm in a happy marriage to Martin. What are you waiting for, Spirit saying? You're causing your own waiting. Yeah, revealing to you, you know, how do you want him revealing how he feels towards you? What message do you want him to be telling you? It's all you. Everyone is you pushed out, remember. So the energy of the connection is to remind you to focus on the lotus flower. Here is the color of your the third eye. Okay, so you are focusing in your imagination with your third eye internally that you two are a couple. Okay, with children if you want children. Yeah. So in a way, stop doubting. Okay, I'm not doubting, that's a strong word, but you know, you wouldn't be having a reading if you knew that you are God of your reality or the operant power. Okay, because you know that whatever you say is happening is what's happening. Okay, whatever your assumption is. So Spirit is just reminding you back, it's whatever you say it is. All timelines already exist. Reality is already there. You're the one choosing the timeline and remaining faithful to that new story until you see it reflected back, copied back to you. Yeah, the reflection. It's just the reflection of who you're saying you are. Expressing his love, making that romantic gesture. So see him making that romantic gesture. You know, are you imagine him getting on one knee, asking you to marry him? Okay, are you feeling excited about it? Are you expecting it, or are you just waiting for it still? Has anything changed? Am I still waiting for it? When's he going to change his mind? Okay, so again, staying optimistic, positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, okay, what you want. So again, a reminder from Spirit that everything is what you say it is, assuming it is. Okay, your assumptions are your reality. You're not waiting for him to do anything. You're deciding, Spirit is saying here. No, it's not relevant. It's DIY again. I must take that DIY card out. I leave it in here when I'm doing like general readings for people. I keep forgetting to take it out. Hours, days, 2 weeks max. You know, you can turn this around where he is asking you to marry him within that time. Okay, you choose. Okay, you choose. Spirit is saying, no, I'm the operant power of my reality, or I'm God of my reality, or I'm a master manifester. I choose to see movement in the next 24 to 48 hours, or just say right now. Okay, because there is only now. So change, you know, you're not waiting for anything from him, is what Spirit is saying, reminding you of. So advice for Lisa in this connection. Any other advice, guidance? Yeah, just sit there expecting it. Look at this beautiful Queen of Pentacles with your emotional security and financial security is in your hands. She's just sat there knowing that everything's fine. Okay. Yeah, you know, not focusing on the 3D version that might be a little bit hot and cold still. Okay, you decide. He's only still playing the part you've given him. Okay. And that might be a little part of you that is still sort of thinking of the unwanted version. Yeah, but what if I start to see that come back? So it's a little bit of not having faith in yourself, really. That, you know, focusing on that, only on that version that you want to be seen. And that means that moment to moment, every time you think about him and the relationship, it's got to be in alignment with the story that you are only entertaining and the version you only want to entertain. Okay, remember, the whole point of revision, if you like, is you're selecting. Remember, the past doesn't exist. If I said to you, what did you do 2 weeks ago? What did you do last Friday, a week ago or something? And you said, oh, I went out and had McDonald's. Okay. Right now is you choosing to remember that memory. Okay. There are lots of things that people say to me, you know, do you remember doing this? No, I have no fucking idea about it. Okay, because I don't remember things how people see it. Everybody's got their own reality. So I might have shown up in their reality doing something, but I certainly don't have any recollection of it in my reality. Okay, so remember, everybody is in their own quantum bubble. He is just showing up in your quantum bubble based on your assumptions about him and relationships. Okay. So if he's not fully, where you said we're not fully official, okay, that's because there's still something within you, a thought or a belief or an assumption that is not seeing him fully committing to you. Okay, so really be honest with yourself. Where are your thoughts? What version are you thinking of, and where are your thoughts? Yeah, you know, have him turn up as the version that you want him to. Okay, only showing up as the version that you want him to. So there's still something that you need to work on. Spirit is saying that you're still telling yourself, so that you can have this beautiful union how you want it to be. Okay, so really look at what version you are thinking of, because there's a little bit of a mix. You're thinking of the version you want, but there's still a little bit of the old version coming in somewhere, and or just thoughts yourself. Okay, but let me just pull in one more of these. Sorry. Yeah, this time period has been for you to grow. Okay, but time is an illusion. Everything is right now. So again, where there's a will, there's a way. Your will, remember, your heart's desires are there for you to have. They're meant to be fulfilled. So fulfill it. Follow your heart, not letting any ego thoughts come in here. It doesn't matter about the time, because everything is right now. Okay. So start getting your man. You know, if you were talking to Abdullah, you got to think of your knowing as Abdullah. You got to think of your doubts as Neville. Remember Neville going to Abdullah saying, you know, what do you mean? I'm in New York. How can I be in Barbados? And Abdullah slammed the door on him and said, you can't ask how if you're already there. Okay, I've got Crystal and then I've got Yara. Okay, so Crystal, then Yara. So Crystal, I also need your question. Deck number 2. And what's your question, Crystal, please? You haven't put what you want me to do the reading on. So I don't know your question to ask the spirit. I don't do yes, no questions, so you'll need to elaborate. Okay, so you're obviously asking about somebody here, if they're ghosting you. So what's your person's initial? What does their name begin with? W is his name. Okay, so a manifestation can never go wrong. A manifestation is whatever you have dominantly been assuming, expecting, or believing, or the story you've been telling yourself, okay? Yeah, because of the decision you've been focusing on, okay? So the what you've been telling yourself. He thinks the world of you, okay? So he thinks you're beautiful. He sees you as fun. Ooh. And here as well, we have the end of a tough cycle approaches. So in his energy and his feelings, he does think the world of you, but the version you're getting is based on what you keep telling yourself. Remember, manifestation cannot ever go wrong. It is simply a reflection of what you've been dominantly subconsciously or consciously thinking. Yeah, you're just getting the up and down version of him because you're up and down in your thoughts. Again, there's something here with around either his work situation. This is my work card. So there's something here around work. So he might have been a little bit preoccupied with work, or you might be both studying or something like that, but it's something to do with like either work or studying if he's not at work. I don't know your age. So he might seem a little bit preoccupied with that in his thoughts. He's thinking about work or study. I don't know what you do. Yeah, he's a little bit drowning in his emotions at the moment. So there's something that's going on around him that's sort of preoccupying him, but it's not you, Spirit is saying. Prosperity lies ahead here, which means things being prosperous towards you as between you both as well. Let's look at the energy of the connection, but I'm not seeing anything untoward in his energy towards you. This card for me is him wanting to give you, you know, be loyal, like with the dog, loyal. Dogs are loyal and faithful to their master. The pentacle is him wanting to offer you that security between you. Communication is the key. Okay, so communicating more together. Wedding as well. Now this can either, if you're both single, then this is meaning that, you know, there's chance of this going to something more commitment between you. Sometimes it can come out if one of you is already married, but if you're both single, then it's saying that, yeah, you know, you can be married one day here. Perfect match for you, yeah. Talk, meet up, reconciliation, going forward together. So they're all very positive. Okay, so will he come back? Yes, he will. Just look at where your thoughts are going. Okay, look at where your thoughts, every time you think about it, because what you're assuming or the story you're telling yourself is what is going to be reflected back to you. Okay, so if you're thinking negatively anywhere about this, which Spirit says you are, that's why you're getting the version that you don't want, because you're not focused on the version you do want, and you're not remaining faithful to that. You're looking at the 3D still. The 3D is the reflection. It's the copy of whatever's going on inside you. It's copied and reflected back. Okay. So let me just pull in some advice for you. Yeah, here you're still looking at the 3D, caught up in your emotions and still looking out there. Manifestation starts within. Okay, the 3D is a manifestation of everything that's going on with you, what you're thinking, what you're believing, what you're assuming, what you're expecting. Basically the story that you repeat to yourself all the time. And look at you, look in there. Well, nothing's changing. Have I done this wrong? Okay. No. The 3D is the mirror. Okay, you can do mirror work. You can talk to a mirror, telling yourself, you know, looking in your own eyes and saying, you know, I'm in a beautiful, loving relationship with him. He loves me. I love him. We love and adore each other. Okay, he always pursues me romantically. Okay, because it's got the chance to be here. Definitely, but you're not looking at it. Okay, what you want is here, but you're looking over there. Still looking at the 3D. You're not gone within. As within, so without. Okay, so remember everything, if you've not changed within and it's not feeling natural for you to be in a loving romantic relationship because you're still looking at the 3D, it's going to take longer to come in. Okay, because Spirit is saying it's already there. It's already here, but you're looking over there. Okay, so start to switch your thoughts only as you go through the day. Every time he pops into your head, we're in a loving, committed relationship. He loves and adores me. He only has eyes for me. Nobody compares to me. Okay? Nothing is done out there. That's why you're not seeing anything changing, because you haven't changed the story within yourself, my lovely. Yeah, so Spirit is saying, okay, you're writing the story and your character's in it. Spirit is hearing you and giving you that story back. Okay, they're publishing the story or the movie and you're saying, yeah, but I don't like that, it's shit. And they're saying, well, you've just given us that script. Okay, if you keep focusing on no contact, or he doesn't want to be with me, or have I done something wrong, then you're going to have proof that that is your script. Okay, so Spirit is saying you're creating, you're giving us the instructions and we're delivering it. And then you're saying, oh, but it's wrong. Okay, so only write your script and your characters about what you do want to be seen. Remember, your assumptions, expectations are what is going to be your reality. And I will give you a very, very good, don't be embarrassed about it, my lovely. This is how all of you, right? This is how things are reflected back. Now, I've been working with a client, okay, who has a situation going on where her brother is saying that she's not his real sister. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Now, this was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I've started working with this client. So this story has been dominant in my eyeballs. Okay, I've been dealing with this client and I've been looking at her story. So remember, what you're putting into your subconscious is what's going to be reflected back. Today, my brother, who's over here from Australia, visiting my dad today, we arranged to meet up in 2 weeks' time. About 2 hours later, he sends me a message. Dad says you're not his biological daughter. I'm like, what the fuck? Of course I am. Okay, I said, we even look the fucking same. Okay, but you see, I didn't have that thought about me and my dad, but you see how my subconscious has been flooded with a brother and sister whose dad is not supposed to be the daughter's biological father. Do you see how our subconscious picks up on things? Remember, your subconscious does not have eyes, but it has ears, and it's listening to everything. So I was like, what the fuck? But then I remembered my client, and I thought, because I've dominantly been involved in her case, okay, that it's been impressed onto my subconscious. All my subconscious has been hearing is, oh, you're not this and you're not that, okay, for somebody else, that it's come into my reality as if it's me. Okay, luckily, I know enough to, that never happened. What the fuck? That's, you know, I remembered it wrong. It's just my client. So I'm not going to get caught up about it. But when it came in, I was like, what the fuck? Okay, then I remembered, oh, it's come from that being impressed onto my subconscious. It had to be reflected back to me in one way or another. Everything is a reflection. The 3D has to reflect back what you've been putting in your subconscious. It's the copier. Okay, so there you go. A classic example. Was I consciously thinking that my dad's not my dad? Fuck no, I'm 56 fucking years old. Okay, I know he's my dad, but you see how something had to be reflected back to me, and it was the identical situation of what's going on in my client's life. So just be aware of that. But it's not triggered me, okay? It's not triggered me because I know how it works. I know it's just a reflection. So it's just like, whoa, okay. Let's go, and that never happened. Don't know what you're talking about. What the fuck? There you go. So remember, your subconscious doesn't have eyeballs, but it has ears, and it's listening to every thought you're having and everything you are saying to others. Okay, Yara. So the deck I've just used, this deck that I'm putting away, is deck number 2. Do you want the same deck, Yara? Or do you want to choose a different one? Okay, and am I doing this for, am I looking at Scorpio's energy? Okay. Excuse me. Yes. Okay, Yara, straight away in his feelings, thinking of that love. Look at this person. Look at him, romantic, offering you love here, buying you flowers, wanting to message you. There's a little note there, okay? So definitely in his feelings energy, he's definitely thinking about you. I know, I love that card in this deck. So although you're not today seeing him reveal much, it's still like it's within him, okay, not being reflected back yet. It's still changing, okay. because of the energy you've been putting out there, having fun, seeing the two of you together. Okay. Look at the bigger picture. So not just doing it in steps. Look at the bigger picture. You know, where are you firing this arrow to? The two of you being together. Okay. And again, work through any fears there. But I'll put that one back in. So what about his what he's thinking? In his thoughts, with the Three of Swords here, it can be that he's, you know, thinking about the situation he's in and doesn't want to be there. So obviously he has to leave where he is to be with you. Yeah, because he's now thinking, you know, where is she? I wonder what she's doing in her life. Okay, remember, we're all connected by energy. So, yeah, it's all the reflection here. But he's definitely starting to, in his subconscious, it's being impressed about you. Okay, so he's thinking about you. He's like, oh, I remember that girl, you know, who blah, 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 blah. And, you know, what am I doing here? Oh, I'm missing home, etc., etc. You know, I'm missing where I used to live. So it's definitely trickling through. So keep going. You keep going until you see it reflected back, until you see what's inside you copied back. A time for healing, but it's not, it's a lull time. Okay, the lull time where he's in that transition stage to come forward is what Spirit is saying. Yeah, the answers you need are coming, so just keep doing what you're doing. Okay, you already have it right now. Or I'm expecting it, it's a done deal. Yeah, so again, release any judgment. Okay, if you have anything that you're judging, anything, you, him, the situation, what's happened. Okay, release all that and stay within. Stay within, focused in your imagination on your desired outcome. So again, yeah, pay attention to any red flags, meaning if there's any old story or old assumptions or old versions you're going back to, no, you're only focusing on what you do want to be seeing, releasing that judgment. Okay. Here we have definite contact, positive, direct from the person, and beneficial. So, you know, however long it takes to be reflected back to you, he is definitely going to be showing up. He has no choice because that's your assumption. We do have here within the next 6 to 12 months, okay, which is pretty logical in linear times, okay. It can happen overnight. Remember, within, if you stay, the spirit is saying to you, if you stay on the track that you've been on within, then, you know, there's no reason why the two of you can't be in a relationship where everything's done and dusted within the next 6 to 12 months. Okay, 2 months from now is still within the 6 to 12 months. So they're saying you're on track. Just make sure that you're keeping everything within you and nothing in the past or the 3D. So take that leap of faith. Okay, take that leap of faith. The universe will, your universe will catch you. You're making the rules. You're the magician. Okay, you're the magician. Whatever you're creating is what you're going to see back. So stay within on the new story. Remember, your assumptions equals your new reality, or your reality, whatever. 3D is just the reflection, the copy. Yeah, stay in your power. Stay in your power. You're the powerful creator of your reality. Okay. And again, just because you're not seeing the sun out because the moon is across it in an eclipse, this rabbit knows it's waiting. Okay, expecting. Spirit just corrected me there. It's not waiting. It's expecting the moon to just move away so that the sun comes out and you see what you want. Okay, but things are definitely shifting within him where he is thinking about you. He's thinking about the area you live in. Okay, so it's definitely trickling through. Just keep going. We're not looking for it. That causes waiting. How can you wait for something that within you you've already got? You just keep feeding yourself the new story until you see it reflected back. Remember, every seed has its own time of growth. Okay, Giz, my lovely, which deck do you want? And lovely to see you again, my dear. Okay, number 5. Night Yara, my lovely. Giz, are you in contact or no contact? Okay, so in his feelings is you're definitely the woman who's got his heart. Okay, but he's definitely, his emotions here, 2 cards saying about his emotions are all over the place, and the Tower as well. So things not going on very well in his life, but definitely still has feelings for you here. And can we have another one on this? Yeah, he's definitely thinking about you. Okay, you're very much still in his heart, but there are things going on in his life that is not very good. Okay, but sometimes that that has to fall away so that he can be with you. Again, thinking of you here, feelings. Okay, thinking about you, feelings for you here, wondering what you're doing. Okay, wondering what you're doing, thinks the world of you here. Again, the angel of love. So very much in his energy is you're the woman with his heart. He can't stop thinking about you. He's wondering what you're doing. He's got a lot of love for you. What you're thinking, he's thinking. What you're feeling, he's feeling. So the connection is very strong there. Yeah, again, you're very much connected here. This is my card of connection. So let's have a look what's going on in the connection itself. Yeah, okay. Spirit is saying the reason it's not coming in yet is because you're still looking for it. Waiting causes more waiting. If you're expecting it, okay, then it will come in quicker. But if you're waiting and you're still focused on how long it's been in no contact or any of the old story, you're causing your own waiting. You will continue to look for it instead of enjoying it. Okay, so allow it to come in. Shift your thoughts. Stop seeing him as separate from you and see him as one with you. The relationship's not out there, it's within you. Everything starts within. 3D is the copy, the reflection. Yeah, you're causing your own waiting. Spirit just confirming that. You're the one causing your own waiting because you'll keep looking for it. The minute you stop doing that and you are expecting it, okay, he will come rushing in. But I mean truly. Okay, it doesn't mean literally that you have a thought and then it happens straight away. Okay, but Spirit is saying you're keeping it away from you because you keep looking for it. You're looking in the wrong direction, Spirit is saying. Yeah, here, you're still in this broken heart energy of not having the relationship, and you're looking for it. Look at this girl. She's in a beautiful garden, which means everything is within you. You've already got the relationship, your perfect relationship within you, but you're still looking out there. There's nothing out there. Look at the drab hills compared to this beautiful garden and flowers. So you're looking out there when it's not out there, it's in here. And when you start to align your inner heart's desire with every time you think about him, oh my God, you know, we love and adore each other. You know, we are a beautiful, loving couple together. And you keep that assumption until it is reflected back in your 3D. There's nothing out there. Everything is within you. That's why you're not seeing it coming. Yeah, it's the talk you're telling yourself or other people. If other people know about it and they're asking you, you know, have you heard from so-and-so yet? No. So what story do you keep repeating to yourself? That he's not in your life. So you got to see more evidence that he's not in your life, because that's what you keep telling yourself. Okay, even if it's just in your own thoughts. Yeah, you could be going away together, a short trip, holiday, traveling here. Okay. So allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay. Love and gratitude are very high on the frequency, energy frequency chart. Okay, so when we receive something, we say thank you. Okay, if I was to give you a cup of tea, you would say thank you, Sophia. That's very kind of you. Okay, so start to give thanks and gratitude for the relationship as if you already have it. I am so thankful and grateful that SP is romantically pursuing me, that, you know, we love and adore each other, that we only have eyes for each other, that we're in a beautiful, loving, committed, romantic relationship. Okay, remember, what inner talk you're saying is what is going to be reflected back. So make sure that it's in alignment with what you do want, and stop looking at what you don't have, because you're just seeing more and causing the waiting. There's very strong romantic feelings towards you here. So final advice. Yeah, you're reacting to the 3D. You're struggling with what, also you're struggling with what your heart desires, because your ego's coming in. You're feeding your fear that this isn't going to happen, or you might have missed your opportunity. So you're struggling against what your heart desires with your ego thoughts. Yeah, you're still going over the past of what's happened and what's not happening, Spirit is saying. So you're not seeing the movement that you want. So again, you're writing the story, and you're the part that the characters are playing. Spirit's hearing it, reflecting it back to you, and you're going, I don't like that. Well, that's what you wrote. Okay, that's like you ordering something off the internet. Well, I ordered a black dress and you've sent me a red dress. Well, you press the black dress. Okay, so whatever you're writing, creating in your script here is what is being reflected back. It has no other choice. So change the script, change the character. So only think about the story you do want to see reflected back to you, because 3D is just a reflection, the copy, the photocopy of what's going on inside you, and only focus on the two of you being together. Okay? How is never our job. Okay? The how is not our job. The when is right now. Not in a week's time, not in a month's time. Linear time is an illusion. It's just what humans have created. Okay? All realities and versions of people exist right now. So every time you think about him, right now, I am already in a loving, committed relationship with him. Okay? You're the one keeping it from you, Spirit is saying. Not them. You are. You want to go out? Wait a minute then. Right, just got to let the dog out. I expect she'll be back, but there you go. Hello, Vinka, my lovely. Guess what I did as soon as I came off the live earlier? Went and made a cup of coffee. Definitely, definitely, definitely. In fact, now I've said coffee again. This is paid readings only, my lovely. Okay. Sylvia, if you're still there, I don't look, spirit won't go into the energies of others because they come from the, it's, they don't go into the, that's your jealousy and your fears, okay? They don't go into that. So they won't ask, they're not interested in the third party, okay? It's the energy between you and him. The third party's there because of your assumptions. Remember, if you focus on her, she's going to stay there. Okay, so stop putting your energy onto her. I'm sorry, I don't know who you mean. How can there be somebody there in your relationship? So I can't look at that because they won't allow me to. Just had to waste money on a text because you don't look at your WhatsApp.
You just heard it.
No, that was a text. Anywho. Thank you. Right, okay. So if you do have to pop off, I'm about 78 minutes into the live. So if you come back and look for it, Sylvia, you'll find it at about 78 minutes. Okay, my lovely. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, I know you are. Okay, so no, he's not messing you around is the first thing that Spirit wants to say here. Okay, and they're telling you on 2 cards here, unseen, trust, have faith, positive movement, not yet seen. Okay, so that means that things are going on that you're not seeing yet, but it's positive in your favor. Okay, so trust and have faith. He does have a lot of feelings for you. He does think a lot about you. But you're causing your own waiting, Spirit is saying here, because of the way of what you're focusing on in the 3D. Okay, you're focusing on the third party. So she's going to stay there. Okay, if you want a fire to go out, you don't give it energy. You don't give it more logs or coal. What you focus grows. What you focus on grows. Okay, so you keep focusing on her in your thoughts, so she's still there. Okay, you don't want her to be in the relationship, so stop focusing on her, Spirit is saying. The guidance for you, because all it's doing is stressing you out. Okay, and it's stopping you from getting where you want to be. Dream person, head over heels, eyes only for you, thinks the world of you. That's how you should be seeing him, so that you get that version of him reflected back to you, because it is just a reflection. Okay, it's a reflection. What's going on within you. And Spirit is telling you here, yes, he's got these feelings for you, and you know, he's not playing any games. He's just playing the game you're giving him to play. He's playing the part you're giving him based on what you keep thinking about him. Okay, so change the way you're thinking of him, Spirit is saying, in your thoughts, because you're just causing him to be frosty behavior towards you, feeling like he's not devoted to you because of where your emotions are and the chaos in your head, going round and round in the same thoughts. Okay, so Spirit is saying the 2 of you can have a beautiful relationship. You're planting the seeds of what's going to grow. The 2 of you can have a beautiful relationship, but you keep fearing that he's going to leave you. Okay, the separation. What if he leaves me? What if he's not with me? So you're constantly in this fear or feeling insecure, and you're not thinking of it from love. Okay, so Spirit is saying you're on your throne. Start to believe. Okay, like children do. Believe in the relationship you want, because it's there, but you're not looking at it. You're too 3D focused. 3D is the reflection of everything that's going on within you. So, yes, this has potential, but you're causing your own waiting. Okay, so Spirit is saying if you want to have this beautiful relationship that's going to grow into something where he's your dream person and only has eyes for you and is head over heels in love with you, okay, who thinks the world of you, that has to be your story. Okay, so that things can move to conform to your inner thoughts. Okay, who you believe you are, what you believe you have is what you will get. Okay, so start to change the story you keep telling yourself. As far as you're concerned, this third party does not exist. If you want a beautiful relationship with him, with the two of you, then why are you wasting your energy on somebody else? Okay, she's only showing up in your 3D based on your fear that you've had of him keep not going to be with you over all these months. Okay, so the 3D is always the reflection, my lovely. He's not playing games. He's just playing the part that you've given him. Give him an Oscar. Okay? Whatever you think about him, assume about him, expect from him, think about yourself or love or relationships is what you're going to get reflected back. Okay, so you're causing your waiting. Start to really come out of the chaos that's going around in your mind here that's keeping you shut out from having what you want. Spirit is saying we're not stopping you from having it. It's already there. He's not stopping you from having it. He's just playing the part you keep assuming about him and expecting from him. Okay, if you expect somebody to be unreliable, they've got to keep proving to you that they're unreliable. If you expect somebody to be totally into you, loves you, adores you, will do anything for you, that you're in a loving, committed relationship with them, then that will be your reflection back. Okay, so no, he's not playing games. Spirit is saying he's not playing games. He's just playing the part you keep giving him. Has this got potential? Of course it has. It's already there. Creation's already done. It's always your choice. So choose wisely, Spirit is saying, because you're close to getting what you want, but then you keep self-sabotaging it by thinking you can't have it or going back and reacting to the 3D. Okay, he's with possibly somebody else, or he's playing games with me or whatever. So you're going to keep seeing situations that has to reflect that back to you. It can be no other way. So really go within. He can't change until you change the version of him within. And so see him as your dream person. Okay, the seeds you're planting is what you're going to get. Spirit is telling you it's a reflection. But then whatever story you do start telling yourself, have faith. Okay, the how is never our human job. Okay, we just have to trust and have faith that what we are telling the story within, that he loves me and he only has eyes for me and I'm irresistible, is what you will see reflected back. But if you're going to keep reacting to the 3D, the mirror, you're not going to see the changes, Spirit is saying. Because this can go to the relationship that you want, engagement, your love life ascending to a higher level of commitment. Okay, it's all there, Sylvia, but you're so focused on the 3D and everything that you're not getting that it's keeping you stuck. The hangman never hangs by his hands. He can reach up. His hands are free. He can reach up and untie his feet. Okay, or she. So you're causing your own delay by what you keep focusing on. And that's why you're not getting what you want from him, because of where you keep assuming about him. The story you're telling yourself. Look at the story you're telling yourself. That's not in alignment with a loving relationship. You're too much in fear. You're feeding fear all the biscuits and starving yourself of what you want. Your heart's desires are there to be fulfilled, or else you could not desire them. So the fact that you desire him is there to be fulfilled. It's already done, but you're not focusing on it. It's a bit like in the pantomimes behind you, it's right there, but you're like, no, there's nothing there. Okay, because you're looking in front of you and it's not there, it's behind you. But no, I've not had any deception cards out. I've not had any playing games card out. He's just playing the part you're giving him, Spirit is telling you. Give him the part that you do want him to be playing. Your dream person. Loves you and adores you. Totally devoted and committed, loyal and faithful to you. No one compares to you. Go around saying that. I'm irresistible. No one compares to me. Okay, Valerie, my lovely, which part do you want? Pile 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Pile 3. Okay. Okay. So straight away, Spirit is saying in your energy, you too are waiting. You're waiting to see him reflect back what you're wanting. You're not waiting, you're expecting it, because that's what you're saying. Okay. If you keep looking at the 3D to see if it's to check in if it's changed, you're causing more waiting. Again, the hangman never is bound by his hands. He can reach up and untie his feet. So Spirit is saying straight away, you're causing a delay on this because you keep looking for it. Has he changed? Is this working? How's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? You already have it right now. Okay. Now, this might not be a relationship you want. It might be a promotion. Okay, or your boss giving you a job or a promotion or pay rise or something, or a family member. Okay, but there's definitely a man here that you're waiting to give you something to make you feel more secure, either emotionally or financially. But Spirit's saying you're causing your own waiting here. Yeah, you're causing this stalemate situation because what you're thinking is still guarding your heart. You're still looking out there. You're not staying faithful within. Again, so that you can have what you want, feeling like you already have it, so that you get it. Okay. Yeah, a little bit your emotions still sort of scattered. Okay, it's not focused within. Yeah, so turn your back on the emotions that are not serving you. Okay, any story within you, assumption, belief, etc., that's not serving you, be strong, have that confidence and courage to go forward fearlessly. Okay. The main thing that stops us, the main thing that hinders things that causes the waiting is either because we're still looking for it, we're trying to figure out the how, when's it going to happen, how's it going to happen, am I doing this right, am I doing it wrong, am I not going to get it? That's the biggest fear. The fear at the end of the day is that you're not going to get what you want. Well, it's already yours. Nobody can take it away from you except yourself. You don't have to, you've always been creating, okay? Whatever is in your 3D is a result of what you've believed growing up, you've assumed to be true, you're expecting, okay? The story you keep telling yourself about people or things in your life. So it's not hard, okay? Just that every time the thing that you want pops up into your head, you observe that thought, okay? And if it is not in alignment to what you want, you just softly, no, this is the story, okay? This is what's happening. Who, me? Oh, I'm already in a loving, committed relationship with SP, okay? All you do is every time it pops into your head is to make sure that your thoughts are in alignment with the new story that you do want to see. Yeah, feeling like you've hit the jackpot. Feeling is not the emotional feeling, because you can't stay a happy bunny all day. We shift through emotions during the day, our human emotions. Okay, tired or feeling meh or feeling good or whatever. Okay, they're human emotions. But the thing is to know your script and stick to it. Okay, this is what I want. So I'm accepting that it's already mine. All I've got to do is every time it pops into my head, observe what thoughts I'm having about it, because your dominant thoughts is what's going to be reflected back to you. Okay, so you don't have to battle with it. You're just choosing the new story. Yeah, making those changes, not beating yourself up about it. You can't get rid of your thoughts. You just have to see your thoughts as clouds. Okay, let them pass. You don't have to engage with them. Okay, or if you're sat on a park bench and people are walking past, let them walk past. But the minute you say hello, they're going to stop and talk to you. Okay, so just let them go past, my love. Okay, you don't have to engage in those thoughts. See yourself in that loving relationship, or the thing that you want to do that you're going to love doing. How would, if you already had it, you would not be having the thoughts that you've got now, because you would be feeling as if you already had it. Okay, that is the trick, or the knowing that it's done. Okay, when I want something, okay, I decide what it is because I know it's already there. There's already a version of me right now that is experiencing it. Okay, how do I get there? Is to make sure that when I think about it, I'm giving it to myself now. Okay, yes, if the opposing thoughts come in, I am just saying, who, me? Or I don't think so, because I am in a loving, committed relationship with SP. We absolutely love and adore each other. He thinks the world of me. Okay, he loves talking to me. He loves being with me. We love being with each other. We're totally devoted and committed to each other. All the time that you're spending feeding the unwanted thoughts is time that you could be spending feeding the thoughts that you do want to. Okay, you're just shifting. That's all. It doesn't have to be hard work. You don't beat yourself up about it. Your thoughts are always going to be there, but you're the observer of your thoughts. You don't have to buy into it. Yeah, marriage. So it must be about a relationship. Okay, lovers and the marriage here. Yeah, trust. Okay, the situation is calling for you to have faith. You know, you just assume the new story until you see it reflected back. Now, if that takes a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 months, it doesn't matter. You stay faithful and trust the new story, because the 4D is the real reality, the 3D is the reflection. Okay, so whatever you're thinking dominantly is going to be what's reflected back to you. Your subconscious mind does not have eyes, but it has ears. It's listening to everything. As I said earlier, you know, something was reflected back to me in my life that is something that's going on with a client. But because I've been focused on that client, that's all my subconscious has been hearing, is her story. So it's reflected it back to me. I know that that's not my truth. I know what my story is, but I was like, what the fuck? Okay, this has been suddenly reflected back where I've got my own relatives telling me what this other person's going through. Okay, but I chose to say, no, that's not my truth. That's not what's going on. That never happened. Okay, so just trust here that the story you're telling yourself dominantly, so making sure that dominantly throughout the day, okay, if you have, what do they say? We have 60,000 thoughts a day, but let's tame this down a little bit for easy reference. So if you have 10 thoughts about your desired outcome or what you want, and you've got 9 thoughts of those every time you think about it that are not what you want, what are you going to get? You're dominantly been focusing on what you don't want. Okay, as long as you're dominantly 6 thoughts, positive thoughts about it, is 51%, isn't it? So, you know, over the half, because it's not 5, it's not 50-50, it could go either way. So don't beat yourself up if the odd thought comes in. You just simply observe it and you reject it. Okay, no. Who, me? As if you're telling a friend, or they've asked you something and you're like, who, me? No, I'm in a loving committed relationship with SP. Or no, I've got plenty of money in my bank account. Okay, money is limitless, I've got lots of money. Or me, no, I'm perfectly healthy. Okay, so trust here. There's certainly chemistry there between you. So again, let go of small thoughts about yourself and see yourself succeeding. Dream big. Okay, you can have, be, and do what you want. We are multi-dimensional beings. We are from divine source. We are the universe. The universe is within us. The vortex is within us. Everything you want is within you. You cannot desire something that is not meant for you to be fulfilled. Okay, so the fact that you desire it or want it is yours to have. It's already done. Creation is done. Creation is finished. All you're doing is making sure that your thoughts align dominantly to what you do want and not focusing on what you don't want, because what you focus on grows. Okay, so now is the perfect time to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. Embrace it as if you already have it. We're not waiting for it. You already have it now. The fact it's not being reflected back yet doesn't matter. It will do if that is your assumption. Okay. Yes, sovereignty. You are the queen of your realm. So the buck stops with you. Okay. Whatever you are saying is going to be in your realm is what you're going to get. So just be aware when your thoughts come in, you know, you're not making it hard work thinking about what you don't want. The time spent on focusing on what you don't want is time you could be spent on focusing what you do want. Okay, you're the observer of your body and your thoughts. Your body and your thoughts do not control you. So observe them. A thought comes in, observe it. Am I accepting this or am I rejecting it? No, thank you. This is how it is. Thank you very much. Who, me? No, I'm in a loving, committed relationship. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. And if you really start to fear something, then I think of fear like a shadow around me. Okay, you will always have your ego coming in. Even when you get what you want, there's still going to be those ego thoughts. Okay, it wants feeding, but you're just starving yourself of what you want because you're feeding your fear or your doubts or your insecurities. Okay, don't feed fear. Take the biscuits off fear. No, I'm having the biscuits. I'm feeding myself with what I want. Thank you. Okay, so just starve fear. We're only born with two fears, the fear of loud noises or the fear of being dropped. The rest are just what we are putting on ourselves because of what we've gone through before. But you can change the story. So yes, you're only going to be focusing on the story that you do want. Dominantly. Yeah, and then expect it. You're not waiting for it. You're not going to keep checking the 3D. There's nothing to check. The 3D is the mirror of what's going on within you. Okay, so you're expecting it. You placed your order. You keep telling the news story, so you're expecting it. Okay, you're not waiting for it. You're expecting it, just like if you ordered something off Amazon or eBay. You know, you can do the I remember when technique as well. You know, I remember when SP and I weren't talking to each other, but now we talk to each other every single day. Okay, we love and adore each other. Or I remember when I had a small blip in my love life and relationships, but now all my relationships and love life are perfect and more. Okay, give thanks and gratitude as if you've already got it. I keep saying this. Okay, love and gratitude are the highest energies. Okay, so if you are, you know, if I said to you, here's a cup of coffee, and what do you say? Thank you. So if you are like, I am so thankful and grateful to be in a loving, committed, solid relationship with my SP. We love and adore each other. We're totally devoted, committed, loyal and faithful to each other. We think the world of each other. Okay? Then you're giving thanks and gratitude for something that will come in quicker. But also giving thanks and things that you're grateful for that you've already got as well. Throw them in. Okay, if you're not thankful and grateful for what you do have, then you'll just keep getting more of shit things. Okay, you know, you're thankful and grateful that you got water coming out of your taps, that you haven't got to walk 6 miles down to a muddy puddle. Okay, you're thankful and grateful that you got Wi-Fi to connect to the world or your family and friends. Thankful and grateful that you got a roof over your head. You know, there's lots of things that us humans just take for granted and not actually giving thanks or gratitude for. When there's a lot of people that are well off. The times in my life where I've been so hyper focused on something I've not got that is trivial compared to the horrors that some people on this earth go through always gives me a massive slap in my face to not be selfish. Okay, it's like my higher self is saying, you ungrateful bitch, you're worrying about no contact from somebody when there's people on this earth who not got this, that and the other. Okay, so it's always a big slap in my face to me as well. So think about that as well. There's always people who are far worse off than we are, and we just focus on one person on this planet who's not doing what we want. Okay, look at the bigger picture. I wrote a letter to SP a while ago thanking him for loving me unconditionally, choosing me always. Yes, you can do that, but don't focus on that. Okay, because part of you will probably be like, yeah, but he never wrote back to me, or he never did this, or he never did that. No, just let it go. You're focusing only on the story. Remember, the past and the future are in this moment now. When you're thinking about that letter, you're relighting that memory. That's what revision's about. You know, you can revise that he wrote back to you. What would you want him to have written back to you? You can revise that, make that your new story, instead of like, oh, he never contacted me, or he never said anything. You know, imagine in your imagination, or write out the reply that you would have wanted back. Revision is very powerful. But what you're doing is revising. You're revising the new story instead of keep focusing on the old, basically. Good. So you never said. So again, what would you have wanted the reply to be? Revise it. Imagine that you did send him that letter, and what would you have wanted back from him? Because remember, everybody is a reflection of you. They think and feel what you are assuming, expecting, or believing them to think and feel. Okay, so imagine you've received that letter. Write it out. Okay, not putting in the linear time. A lot of people make that mistake. Okay, you're hearing it as if it's now. Okay, yes, I love you unconditionally. You know, of course I will always choose you. I only have eyes for you. No one compares to you. You're the love of my life. I knew the minute I saw you that you were the woman I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. Okay, write it out. Read it every morning and every night before you go to bed. Every morning when you wake up, every night before you go to bed. And keep doing that. Okay, that can be your point of you starting to stir those loving memories. Okay, and then afterwards, you know, put your hand on your heart and say to yourself, you know, oh, I just love how, you know, I'm so thankful and grateful that we are in such a beautiful, loving relationship with each other. We absolutely love and adore each other. Okay, it just feels so good to be in a loving, romantic, committed relationship with SP. Imagine a friend telling you as well. You know, you can do, there's so many different techniques, but all the techniques, you're the process, all the techniques are to remind you of who you are. Okay, that you have what you want. So it's not the techniques that get you what you want. It's the techniques are to remind you of who you are, that you already have it. So another thing you can imagine is a friend bumping into you. that you haven't seen for a long time. Hey, Valerie, how are you? I'm fine. Hey, yeah, are you in a relationship? Oh my God, yeah, I'm in a loving relationship. You know, SP is amazing. He treats me like his queen. You know, there's so many ways. Or you could imagine, you can do an imagination where you imagine, because like that sovereign card where you're the queen, okay, you've sent a messenger off, go and see what SP's thinking and feeling about me. Okay, and then they come back to you and say, oh my goodness, you know, I've been there for ages, they've been telling me how much they love you and adore you and cherish you and can't get enough of you, and you know, whatever you want to hear is what you're going to hear in the 3D eventually. So keep feeding yourself what you want to be hearing and experiencing, and then it will get reflected back. The 3D is just the mirror, it's the copy, it's copying whatever you are doing internally. Hello, Neela. How are you? Oh dear. Well done, my lovely. Where are you going now? Hmm? Okay, Tanya, sorry. Just let the dog out. He'll probably come straight back in a minute. Come on then. Okay, any particular pile, Tanya? Okay. Let's go to this one. Okay. Well, straight away in his feelings is wanting to tell you that he wants to be with you, okay, and not where he is. He wants things between the two of you to blossom here. Not happy where he is at all. Okay, not happy at all where he is, what's going on around him. When he thinks about you, he feels happy. He feels that sort of fuzzy feeling inside. Yeah, but he also is thinking about regrets, choices he's made. Okay, so we're doing a lot of self-reflecting as well, to sum it up. Okay, not about you, but his life in general. Okay, so it's all good. Yeah, really not wanting to be where he is, wondering, you know, wanting to be with you, wanting to be with you in together, not where he is. Yeah, that sort of indecisive, feeling stuck. My heart's telling me one thing, but my thoughts are telling me another. So I feel you. I feel you with me when I close my eyes. You're all I think about, and he definitely is. He's thinking about you, and what am I doing? I'm glad and feel that, but the little child he has keeping him there. But I know what to say to myself and keep him going. Yes, they're only the conditions that you're putting on there. Yeah, again, the beautiful, beautiful Two of Cups, the energy of the connection, what you think he thinks, what you feel he feels, okay, wanting to come forward and offer you this love. Wanting to be with you, secure, the Ten of Pentacles and the beautiful Ten of Cups. You're his heart's desire, so keep focused on your heart's desire. Remember, your assumptions equals your reality. So just with this one, we do have, you know, it's worth waiting for, but you're not waiting for it, you're expecting it. Okay, this reconciliation with you together. Beautiful card. But again, just pay attention to any thoughts that you're having. So you've been having that thought, you know, you're putting on, well, the little child he has is keeping him there. No, okay, he's free. There's nothing keeping him there. He's free to be with me right now. Okay, no one compares to me. Spending time together, a date, an occasion, or a social event. Here, perfect match for you. So let's just look at final advice for you. Yeah, just keep doing the work. Okay, remember, it's not hard work. You're just observing your thoughts and making sure that the majority of them are dominantly aligned with what you do want. Okay, any thoughts that come in that are opposing, who, me? No, I'm already in a loving, solid, committed relationship. Okay, cut those thoughts out. Again, not focusing on third parties or anything that is, you know, a situation, a person or anything here. Final one. Yeah, again, not focusing on the timings, the moon cycles. Okay, the timings, just knowing that where there's a will, there's a way. Your desires are there to be fulfilled. Okay, remember, it'll turn up in an unexpected way. I feel that she struck him. I'm hearing a slap. So I feel that there's been physical contact somewhere that's happened to him. I don't know if he's ever said that, you know, third party can be temperamental or whatever, but I feel that something is either happened already or it's going to happen. But I felt that slap. You know, that might be the final straw that breaks the camel's back, who knows, but he definitely is not happy where he is, doesn't want to be there. And again, you know, you're not trying to get there, be there. You're already there. In your imagination, you're already together. And your imagination is not just visualizing, it's the story you're telling. Just keep going, girl. Remember, outside is a copy of what's going on within you. Excuse me. Remember, it's already done. It's already yours. Nobody can take it away from you. You cannot have a desire to want something or want someone if it's not meant for you. Okay, so it's already done. You've just got to keep in remember, your assumptions or expectations or whatever is your reality. So if you are assuming that you are in a loving, committed relationship, that is going to be your reality. End of. Yeah, so any thoughts that pop into your head that are like, you know, what you said, or there's a smally person at home or whatever, okay, there's nothing stopping it. He can be out of there in 5 minutes, okay, but then get back onto, what am I talking about? We're already together. There's nothing stopping us being together, okay? There's nothing getting in the way. No one compares to me. I'm all he thinks about. You know, if you were with him, you wouldn't be thinking that he's somewhere else. He's with you. It's already yours. Just accept it's yours. Okay, my lovelies, let's close this down. But thank you, Addison. Thank you, Vinka. Thank you, Neela. Thank you to all of you that have had readings. I hope they've helped. Remember, you can timestamp them in the comments section to listen back to so that you can find it easily. Just remember that we're all energy. We're all multi-dimensional beings, okay? So we're not just a human being. We're multi-dimensional. You can have, be, and do whatever you want. If you desire something, it's there for you to have. Just make sure that what you're focusing on is what you want and not what you don't want. Okay, my lovelies, I will leave this with you. Love and light.